typically tax day. We're celebrating anyway, even though it got moved to the 15th of July. This is an update specifically for self-employed folks that are trying to apply for PPP. The Department of Treasury, as you know, at this resource center, we've linked several resources, and both of the links I'm going to show you are from the SBA, the Department of Treasury website. The first one's the Department of Treasury, the next one's SBA. I'll post these links up on the resource center. The frequently asked questions from the Department of Treasury, they're updated all the time. This one as of April 14th. And they just added to this document questions. Now we go down to question 28. Just 26 and 27 and 28 were added on the FAQs. A couple things I want to point out. I think I've pointed them out before, but on question 1, it asks that ultimately the borrower is going to calculate their average payroll costs, and the lender is going to either accept that or not accept it. And the lender is not required to replicate every borrower's calculation. So we did provide a spreadsheet based on our best knowledge to come up with the monthly payroll calculation. On question 7, there was an issue with people qualifying because you can only count up to $100,000 of compensation per employee. There was a question that if there were employee benefits based on, let's say, $200,000 worth of compensation, such as retirement contributions, defined benefit plan contributions, would you have to allocate that only on the first $100,000? The good news is you don't have to. So pretty much all employee benefits qualify for your PPP calculation. And then question 15 talks about, I know we've gone round and round about this, but payments to independent contractors. So 1099 payments are not part of your average monthly payroll calculation, but sole proprietors and independent contractors, they will apply for their own PPP. Which brings me to the second part of this. This came from the SBA very recently, and this is another interim financial rule. The first one came out April 2nd. This clarifies some things for us as far as people that are self-employed. Again, I'm going to link this document to the resource center. I'm going to take your attention to page 6 because it specifically talks about if you're self-employed with no employees, how do you calculate your average monthly payroll, because you don't pay yourself on a payroll. And what the SBA is saying is they want to see a Schedule C, which we anticipated, line 31, which is your net profit. And again, on our spreadsheet, we have that. There are some add backs for retirement plan contributions and health insurance premiums, but they're going to want a Schedule C. And that's what's really going to derive your PPP application. Now, obviously, and this goes on to talk about the add backs. But obviously, there are lots of people, I would say about 40% of the self-employed people out there that haven't filed their 2019 tax return yet. For our firm, our turnaround time is about 10 to 15 business days from when we actually obtain all the information in a client organizer to getting that Schedule C done for the application. The application deadline is June 30th. If you are in a pinch, very interestingly enough, the SBA said, if you haven't filed your tax return, bear with me here as I'm kind of going on the fly. They said, here we go. If you haven't filed a return, they want you to basically prepare a Schedule C based on your profit and loss statement for 2019, even if you have not filed a tax return yet. So again, our turnaround time is 10 to 15 business days. My advice is if you're in a real pinch, try to do a Schedule C on your own and submit it with your PPP application. I wish I could find that. I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, I'm back. I guess we had a commercial break. But on page 7 of this document, it says, if you have not yet filed a 2019 return, fill out and compute the value of the Schedule C. So that's what I'm saying. If your return's not done for 19, fill out a Schedule C to the best of your abilities and submit it to the bank. Or B, work with your CPA to get the tax return done and submit it to the bank. So I hope everyone stays healthy and have a great rest of the day.